So, okay, as I said, that I'm going to talk on that. So, first, what is your opinion on this? So far, you can just go to what's called Wikipedia, open it. You can just, yeah, even same thing. Yeah, anyway, it's visible. Can anybody say, oh, see here, the directionality is, there is two possibility. Either it is inward or outward, right? So, outward is this. Let's say it is outward. Or it is inward towards center. So, who thinks it is inward? One. Yeah, do one thing. So, please tell your name and say the reason. Just one reason. You are saying inward, right?
Yes.
So, let's say you are inward one person. So, can you say your name and tell me the reason?
My name is Abhinav, and the reason the orientation of two symbols were off seemed appropriate only if it went from periphery to center.
Okay. So, next. Who thinks inward? You are outward. Okay. So, okay.
Writing has a general flow. We write with a flow.
Okay.
And here that flow is signified by the faces which are turned to a certain sign of outwardness. So that's why.
Okay. Yeah. Next.
My name is Asim, and I think it's outward
Outward.
because I also feel like there's a general flow and it's from
Okay.
out into out.
Okay. And next.
I am Ratan. I also think it is going to out
Uh-huh.
because of the faces are towards out.
Okay.
I'm Ritesh. So I also feel that it's going outwards because it looks like they have put a line at the end, which might be the end of the statement.
I believe side A is outward and side B is inward.
Oh, I have to make another category. Okay. Side A is outward, right?
Yes, outward.
And side B is
Inward.
in. Okay. Next. Anyone?
I think it's outwards because of the face
Yes.
reason, the orientation of the face.
Or with the interest of time, we can just maybe we can just take a hand raise things. That will be easier. So, how many? Who else thinks outward? Can you just raise your hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 more. Okay. Inward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay. Plus 6. Okay. Okay. So this is the case for something which is we don't know. Okay. Even for Indus, we already majority of people are saying, based on the what's called archaeological evidence, is saying it's right to left. But yesterday, if you remember his Dr. Subramaniam's talk, he was saying that people have claimed that left to right also. So now, can you see whatever you have come up with the reason? Can you tell me what is the? Is there any problem in this answer? What is the major problem in this answer? Exactly. There is no consensus. Almost 50-50. Everything, say, everyone has their own argument, right? If you can come up, you can give a lot of reason for why you are favoring this. Somebody will counter this. So the whole problem of these methods is this. So, and that is true with Indus also. So this is the place where the computational method, the people like who have computational background, has the role. They can jump and come up. Is there any solution? Is there any objective solution? It's kind of some one-shot solution. So why it's needed? Because we know that the directionality is very important to decipher anything, because it needs because if you are entering into wrong direction, obviously your whole effort will take is a waste of your time. So directionality is very important, but at the same time we cannot do random guesses, right? So because we don't know why what cause the directionality of any writing system, it's completely depend on the history of it. So it may so let's not go into that, because most of the writing system we know these days is the left to right, right? And all the Semitic languages is right to left, whether it's a Hebrew, or Arabic, Persian, or whatever it is. But there are all Mandarin languages top to bottom. But even there are other random other text which is even bottom to up. Is Ogam. Is right, is bottom to up. Not even that. There are examples. Most of it writing is that just first read one side, then flip the whole plate and read again, then flip the whole part, and then read it again. So the point is, in your around in the world, all possible things is available. So you cannot guess. You say that okay, this is the tradition. No, tradition is every type of things is available. So, and with this kind of situation, when we are dealing with this kind of situation, we need some kind of computational methods. We need some kind of robust method. So the point is, what kind of things we require. So till now, whatever you have answered based on a somewhat what archaeologists used to do, but even there is no consensus among them. They can see something, other people can say other thing. So for that, here is the computational methods comes in. So for that, what we did is very small step. So what we did, that we took English, you can just say list, dictionary, just focus. How many words start with A? How many words start with B? How many words start with this? And so on. What will you get? You will get is some kind of this distribution. A frequency distribution, nothing else. And this same question, how many words end with A, how many words end with B, and so on. You will get just another distribution. Which I am saying here left and right, just ignore the upper one. This is the left, this is the right one, in English case. So, just by looking these two, can you guess what is the difference? Is there any similarity or difference? Please come on.
He said was what this we of media and this.
Or if you are looking at right terminal is the ending terminal, there's less flexibility on the right terminal and more flexibility on the left terminal.
Correct. So it's simply saying that, okay, if you just see this, it's saying that it's all, if compared to this, it's uniform. Not exactly, but here almost all later has appeared, right? But in the opposite side, if you'll see, the words are mostly end with either this letter, T, S, D, E, G, and something. Most of the letter ends with a particular letter, and rest are. But if you see the start, it's not the case. Start with anything else, anything from your spectrum. So this is the whole. And same thing. What we you can calculate through the what's called Lorentz curve. It gives you the same answer. It's saying that, okay, 70% of here, if you'll see this, 70% of your later contribute only just 10% of things. Rest are opposite way. So the point is, the hypothesis is here, why this kind of things? Can you guess why it is happening? See, it is a very common thing. Well, there is one very common thing. When you are meeting someone, often it happens that once you talk with someone unknown, then and we often say, hey, are you Bengali? Hey, you are from Bihar. You are from this place, that place. Am I right? Yeah. Why? So what do you feel when you're saying accent? What do you feel? Can you quantify that difference? Whatever pronunciation, whatever you are thinking. If you will focus the particular tone, that tone is very much dominant at the end of their sound. Right? If you talk typical Bengali, their O is very much at the last end, right? So the point, exactly this is it. So the point is, when you start your sound, when you start uttering anything, you have freedom of your whole spectrum. Here spectrum is your 26 letter, whatever the sound is coming up. But once you start uttering anything, maybe somewhere your anatomy, your vocal cord plays some role, and you can. It depends. It's restrict you to utter further sounds. Like we know that XY is very common, YX is not. Why it is? Maybe our vocal cord is not allowing us, or whatever it is. The linguists can say something better. But there is restriction. So the point is, your initial sound spectrum is very large. Your terminal sound spectrum is very small. Okay. So this is so initially we thought maybe this is in case of English only. So there nothing beyond that. So what we did, we said, so let's check other languages. What is happening? So we found, when we start checking, and whatever language we could gather from the internet. And I almost 25, 26 languages I checked it. And everywhere this is the same thing. There is no exception. Irrespective of writing system you are talking about, or irrespective of time, even old, they say Sumerian. So whether it's an ancient writing system, modern system, whatever the language you talk. So this is the universal pattern we found. Yeah. Sorry.
Third curve, any.
Oh,
All the alphabets.
it's all
Positions.
all.
Yeah. So that coincides with left in some cases, but in some cases it coincides with right. But the separation.
No,
between left and
that
right
you
is-
ignore. Just ignore it. That depends on the internal structure. So you can just ignore the middle one, the all one. Just focus on the terminal part. What I'm saying, just terminal things.
Yeah, the terminal separation is there everywhere.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But it's still interesting that even though that separation isn't affected, the curve, all curve, can lie anywhere in between it.
Yeah, right. That can lie anywhere. That is true.
But that then
No, it has no specific pattern. Still now we haven't found any specific pattern. What exactly that one? But if you will see the terminal pattern, yes, that is very much well defined, well distinguished.
okay.
So, okay, so the point is, so this is the universal pattern we found. And once you have this, what can you do? So then, once you can do the quantification. And quantification, what you mentioned just now, you learned that how information we can use, information theory we can use, the entropy. Even the same thing we can quantify by using Gini index. Gini index is nothing it's also a measure the inequality. Normally it's used in terms of economics and things. But the concept is very well, exactly same thing. So if your probability is almost uniform, so what you need, your entropy will be little higher. So the surprise is high. If your words are ending with particular letter only, so it means suppose if all the words ending with particular one letter, so you don't need information. Entropy will be 0, right? So, but here it's not the case. So the point is, so always the start entropy is higher, end entropy is lower. Yeah. So, and you can just make a single quantification. If you'll just do the left minus right, you can just get some positive number. If you are positive, if you are saying the left minus right is positive, it means the left is higher. But here, the case is a little reverse. The left is lower, right is higher, but the delta G is negative. So you don't need to focus on this part. You just say what is the sign, sir. The negative here positive. So for a moment, ignore it. Just this, focus on this. So whatever language you are talking about, so what will happen? The start entropy is always higher and end entropy is always lower. So when you will, and in terms of a Gini index, start Gini index is lower and the terminal Gini index will be in upper side. So the point we thought, okay, then we checked out whether it is specific in the database size, whether it's dependent on that. So what we checked that for the robustness, okay, what sufficient data we required. So in case of English, we found that okay, at least around you should have minimum more than 100 numbers, so that you can get sufficiently distinguished between the significant So this is only giving you the robustness, robustness of the minimum requirement of the data size. So once you will apply all these things, what you are saying, you're saying, so there is some positive line, there is some negative line. So these, all the languages which lie in the left side is from left to right direction, right? And this side, whatever is coming on the positive end, it's from right to left. So once you have this map, you can put your any whatever the unknown writing system you have, and you can get it. And where is that? Indus is right to left, without any ambiguity. So this is the beauty of computational methods. And if you want, you can check your own linguistic data. If you have anything, anyway, we are going to work on, we'll do some hands-on here. So, so we'll see it, how it is working. Even if you want to check what is your faster disk is saying, you can check on your faster disk data also. Though it's not certifying you that, okay, this method is not going to tell you something is language or not. But if it is language, it should follow some kind of asymmetry. Any questions so far? Yeah. Oh, acha, correct. So, yes. So what is it showing here? Suppose what will say you once you what you have. Let's think that you have an English dictionary thing, right? So once you have, so just scramble, calculate your entropy or Gini index, whatever it is. Then do it. Just randomize your original dictionary. Just shuffle the, just change the position of each later character, grapheme, whatever it is, and then calculate the same thing. Okay, so it will show that it is. Then you will get some value, and if this particular line is showing, if your data is randomized, if it is your not empirical data, if it's random data, whether you are getting same thing, then in that case you will get 0 value. Okay, but if you see that, okay, something is very close to under that bar, it means that, okay, the confidence level is not that great. So it needs sufficient data, because I couldn't get enough data, obviously. It's limitation of the internet. Yeah, but still it is showing the correct one, but the confidence level is lower. Yeah. So in this line is that. So any other question? Yeah. So sorry, you had some question? Yeah.
With the skull symbol. So the point is, it seems like it is going from in the center to the periphery.
So out to in. Yeah. So what we can do, you can now you know how to do this, and in the Wikipedia, I think they have given the numbers also as signs. Use that data, do this technique, and just check it, whether it is consistent with your hypothesis or not. Okay. So yeah. So yeah. So the thing is, it is mostly what we know that today that most of the so our data is our finding is also consistent with the archaeological majority site, right? So we can, in this way, we can use any unknown script to get its dictionality. So this kind of work we can use by computational methods. So the conclusion is, the one is the universal pattern. These methods give you universal pattern without any exception. And yeah, you can use to decipher any unknown inscriptions, not only in this, any writing system. And the beauty of this, that in the whole exercise, you didn't use any underlying grammar or any linguistic information. You did everything just purely based on statistics.